What's up, RH? How are you this evening? Jesse, good. How are you? Can you all hear me decently? Hopefully. Yes, no, maybe. Brandy C, hello. I'll just check and make sure you guys can. All right, perfect. There is volume. Hey, pups, how are you? Sonia, Rita, Jimmy, Troy, Daniel, Kathy Hayes, Caden, Gravity fucking Cheeseburgers in the house, Nico Diaz, Suji, Adam Condon, how are you? Ben Dean, thank you very much, pups. I am doing well. North Mississippi. Thank you, Jackie Burns. Welcome. What's going on? Double X. Andy Davis. How are you? You see how it is? Thank you very much, Sharon. Tom Page, how are you? 5 a.m, old Big Jim. Yes, it does, Pups. I told you. I promised you. This hoodie that I'm wearing is from Pups. Well, Andy, I don't know why you're not underneath the old desk then, baby. Kakalina, how are you? Gigi, getting my old lime Coca-Cola ready. I'm telling you, lime and Coca-Cola were meant for each other. It was like, what's up, Joe? How are you? Caden. Oh, yeah. Phew, what a day. What a day. Jackie, to be honest with you, I can't do anything until my youngest daughter is out of the house, and then I'll be able to. So I got like 2 more years before I can start doing things. Kicking that bronchitis. Nothing from Victor, Mark. I don't know if I trust Mexican Coke. You're not supposed to drink water from Mexico. So why would you drink Coca-Cola from Mexico? That's just my own opinion. Sandhoff, how are you? I was so worried about you, and I was so upset that you left 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, that I have mods now, and I'm going to make 2 mods right now, new ones. Add as moderator. Save. So once a week, I will make 2 new mods. Sandhoff and Pup7 are new mods. If you guys, so the mods, if anybody is being disrespectful, you click on their name and you block them. I don't care who it is. If they're being disrespectful to anyone in the comment section, I can take my own heat, but if there's any BS going on, I'd rather have it you guys take them out, because comment section is you guys. Ohio Hurricane, how are you? I'm new to the channel. I was wondering, what is the difference between a dogman and a werewolf? All right. Good question. And it doesn't get a lot of talk as of right now, but when Victor was on the show, we were talking. So there's Bigfoot, there's Dogman. Dogman has a tail, a elongated snout, the hocked legs. And then we kept seeing creatures that looked like a cross between a Dogman and a Bigfoot. Kind of like a snout, but not that long. No tail, human-like legs. That's what we call a werewolf. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. And werewolves are much stronger. Absolutely, Ben Dean. I had a GI bleed. Jesus Christ, Joe. I am so glad that you are home. Actually, Jimmy Fields, Gugwi is a Micmac name for the creature. I'm not Micmac, so I don't use that name. I use the name that, and nor am I a pretentious cryptid researcher. So I don't use Sabe or whatever or Gugwi. I only watch the Sabe channels. Ha Man, I missed you guys so much this week. Oh, shit. I got a good movie for you all out there. What's up, Will? How are you? Well, Mr. Rollins, I decided to do mods. And not moods, but mods. What's up, David Thompson? Because there were some racist comments on the channel, and I am not going to stand for that. A subscriber bounced. Rockin' steady. How are you? A subscriber left. I didn't like that at all. And I just don't have room for that. So racism is bullshit. We're all here for one reason. I wonder, think Bigfoot and Dogman are racist? that Dogman's white. You can't talk to him. Man, I missed you guys so much. Anyway, good movie to watch. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Hell House 1, Hell House 2, Hell House 3. It's about the Amadon Hotel up in upstate New York. Obviously a fake thing, but there's a new movie called Hell House Origins, and holy shit, was it awesome. Was it awesome? You guys got to watch it. Hell House Origins. Thanks, Will. I appreciate that. Glades Creature, how are you? Yes, Glades. Dogmen, actually the Rougarou, if in old lore, and Ben Dean can attest to this, in old Louisiana lore, the Rougarou is associated with a dark mist like. And so it's definitely not anything new. Just not really talked about because it's not in Hollywood yet. So I don't know. Jane's probably good. I don't know. I'll message her in a little bit if she doesn't come on. She's probably busy. What's up, Robert Sharp? How are you? Don Combs is in the house. But yeah, if you look at Rougarou, like Ben Dean is from Louisiana, and it's the Rougarou is not just like a dog man. Yes, it's got the form of a dog man. It's more like a shapeshifter kind of, but almost like a Creole magic kind of. But it can be a dogman like creature, a mist like thing, a alligator like creature, a couple other things. What's up, Lake? How are you? Tracy, how are you? Oh, Jesus. Hell House Origins. If you guys want to watch a good movie, that will be the movie for the week. Exactly. That's why I brought you up, brother. Caden, how are you? I'm glad you took my advice on that. Truth Quest. I don't know. That's theory. Because there, I mean, if I were to guess, I would say vice versa or other way around. But it's all theories. Randall Kennedy, how are you? Nicola, how are you? Melissa Stock, how are you? Hey, Joe Baker. Danny Marie, how are you? So anyway, pumping out the vids, Caden. So anyway, dudettes. It was so awesome all week this week up in upstate. It was warm. I'm glad I got to go. My daughter turned 16 on Wednesday. I had to look at the calendar. And then the next day I was able to go up to where Tom Mezek disappeared and just went hiking, had a blast there. God, it was just so nice. And I didn't get any eerie feelings until I was walking back down, which was, probably my own panic or whatever. You know how we panic ourselves. You know what I mean? So it's just, I don't know. I think it was probably a deer, maybe a deer. Yes, Gravity's got to get cheeseburger in or cheesecake in. Yeah, Caden, I think you should just keep pumping them out, brother. I don't think that Babar, no, I really don't think a Dogman got Eric Baker, how are you? Babar, I really don't think a Dogman is responsible for Tom Mezek's disappearance. There's a lot of weird stuff up in the North Country where I live. And we are so close to another job. That sounds good, Chris. Email me, please. I really honestly think that this is my opinion. I mean, in Saranac Lake in the 60s, there was MK Ultra kind of like thing going on. I don't know if it fell under MK Ultra, but it was where kids were being held underground, and you can actually look this up. There's bits and pieces of it on the internet. I made a video about it like 3 years ago, and then a lot of it just disappeared off the internet. There was a hiker that was hiking up in Saranac, and he stumbled across this door and opened it, went down into the underground, and found a couple of very strange rooms, like child-sized beds and stuff like that. And it was a really interesting thing. And then I just recently found out that there's 11 missile silos up here that my dad didn't even know of. I think more or less something paranormal happened, but I think quite possibly government related paranormal, if that makes any sense. If not, I don't know. They removed a lot from Hey Jeff, are you planning any? I'm going to the LBL camp. Jimmy, I can't do anything until my daughter is 18, and out of the house, or old enough to be in the house by herself. Otherwise, no. But LBL is probably going to be one of the least places that I go to. It's played out. I don't really believe that it's that scary. I've had, like Tim Baker has been in a lot scarier places. It's just played out in my eyes. Like Taylor, Mississippi. I would rather go to Taylor, Mississippi than go to LBL. First off. Yeah, Tim's a good guy. I love Tim Baker. Really nice guy. Not really, Jimmy. Not really. I'm just saying that it's played out, Like it's just everybody's kind of went there. They've made stories up about it. Like the Vampire Hotel is not. I did a whole historical thing on it, and like Hotel California, the Vampire Hotel. None of those are not even hotels. They were actually homes, and just I don't know. I'd go there, but not before I went to Taylor, Mississippi. Nothing on Victor. Red Cardinal, more than likely, yeah. Yeah, most definitely. I would love to I'd even just go to Louisiana in search for go deep in the bayou and whatever, stay on one of those fan boats or whatever the hell they're called and fucking zoom around there looking for dogmen. Ha ha. That'd be pretty fun. I found this video that I've had for 4 years. I did an interview with this woman who is a former sheriff's deputy. She was in a car accident while on duty, broke her back, and then became a animal control officer in North Carolina. She did a lot of research in Bladenboro area, stuff like that. And she's the lady that caught the picture of a Dogman pup or whatever in a tree. She talks a lot about the kudzu and stuff. I'm going to put that up on Monday. I was shocked when I found it. I was like, holy cow. You ever just go through your files on your computer and find things that you're just like, whoa, what's up? What's up, Tommy? How are you? I'm working on Victor's book. Victor's book never came out. If you type it in Amazon, though, if you type Victor Johnson in Amazon search engine, it comes up Victor Johnson Dogman book. It was ready to come out. That's right. What's up, Catherine? How are you? Before we get into encounters, I'm going to text Janie and see if she's okay. Hang on 1 second here. Janie? Hey. Hey. We live. Lady. Bam. All right, I text Janie. So, yeah, hopefully she's okay. She hasn't been on in beep 2 hours. She's usually hanging out with her brother right now, which her brother usually watches this live with us too. So, Yeah, if it was on YouTube on any of those great channels, more than likely, Eunice, it was AI created, to be honest with you. Um, there's a lot of these bullshit pop-up channels that are just coming up with 12-minute videos that sound really great that are just AI written and stuff like that. Uh, just, Texas chili. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, here we go. This happened during my first semester of ninth grade, so about 3 years ago, back when my mental health was at the lowest. I guess a little backstory is needed to really understand why this event scared me as much as it did. Now, I'll admit that I dealt with pretty bad visual and auditory hallucinations when I first started high school, so bad that I almost completely missed the first semester. And sometimes I still do. But one night in the early November had me questioning whether the stuff I was seeing was real or just figments of my imagination. I had my friend Nancy over, and it was pretty late at night when my mom told me to walk her home, seeing as she only lived right down the street. I got my dog ready for the walk since it was pretty dark out, and I didn't want to make her walk back to the house from hers alone. Then we left. At the end of my block, Nancy told me that she forgot something of hers in my house, and she was going to run back really quick. I sat on the sidewalk with my dog and watched as she jogged back home. That's when I caught sight of it. It looked exactly like one of my regular hallucinations, a thin, pale-like creature that I named Steve in an attempt to make it less scary to me. There were differences looking back now between what I usually saw and this thing that was standing in front of me. Steve gave off curious vibes like he just wanted to sit and observe rather than attempt to cause me any harm, while this new thing felt like it was just stalking me and waiting for me to shift my attention elsewhere so it could move closer. I honestly didn't pay much attention to this new thing until my dog Leo started growling in its direction. The creature started moving towards me then, climbing down from its perch on a nearby tree and making its way over to where I sat on the sidewalk. The way it moved was so disturbing, like its joints were all wrong. And then, even just shifting caused it physical pain. Leo stopped growling immediately and attempted to hide in my lap. The creature stopped right in front of me and sat. We observed each other for what felt like hours. It was pale and thin, malnourished even, with dark pits where its eyes should have been, large mouth full of sharp teeth. It sat so close I could have probably reached out and touched it. The creature then the creature spooked when Nancy opened the door and shouted down the road. It almost seemed to disappear. I told Nancy about it when she caught up. She talked me down from my panic and had me convinced it was a side effect of how stressed I was. But I just couldn't get over the reaction my dog had to this thing, almost as if it was actually there, sitting across from us on an empty sidewalk. Skip ads. Sandhoff, you didn't write me. Red Cardinal, I agree 100%. Hey, Dina, how are you? You do now, though, Sandhoff, and I'll gladly accept it. Yeah, I forgot Christmas or Thanksgiving's going to be here. Theo Vaughn's a werewolf. Theo Vaughn's funny as hell. I love Theo. Dude, there's like one thing that, hey Patty, how are you? There was something that he was doing with Joe Rogan, and they were talking about, I forgot what they were talking about, like stalking people. And he's like, yeah, I stalked a family once. He's like, I just sat there and I watched him eat. No, he's talking about cocaine. He's like, I did so much cocaine one time. He goes, I stalked this family. He goes, and I watched him eat. He started grinding his teeth. Theo Vaughn's the funniest fucking guy out there. There is no book, Daniel. There is no book. I stated that about 1,000 times, my friend. No book. There was no name. He had a name, but I don't know it. But if you type in Amazon search bar and say Victor Johnson, instantly Dogman book will come up because it was supposed to be out. But as for there being a name, there is no name except for the name that I give it when I put the book out. I hear you, Andy. I wrote the foreword to it a while ago, and I've got it pieced together. I got to do the outro, and before he got sick, he was supposed to do like 1 or 2 more experiences for me, and but he never did. So it's going to be like 6 or 7 encounters, 2 that no one's ever heard, that I purposely sat on. So hey Nick, how are you? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw the footprints. All right. Dude from Texas is here. I get older and they stay the same age. Arabic, how are you? Tyler Mitchell, how are you? Or Marshall, excuse me. This hoodie is from Pups. Pups sent me this hoodie. DJ Throggy. I have one experience actually from that region, Finger Lakes, Rochester. Actually, it's more or less, it's not from that area. It's from, well, it is and it isn't. It's from out by Syracuse, where a guy and his girlfriend were being stalked by some kind of creature. I know just from friends that I've talked to that out in Greece, which is part of Rochester, it's like a hamlet, you probably know, that people have seen some weird shit out there, but not a Dogman. I've heard like a crawler thing kind of by like the old Kodak building back when it was there. I think it's down now, isn't it? Jeff, I miss you and your knowledge. I don't have any knowledge, Aramek. I get my knowledge from you guys. Does Dogman have human-like hands or more like a raccoon? That's it. Hunter S. Thompson. How are you? That's a really good question because I've heard both. To be honest with you. I would say I'd probably say raccoon, more so, but human as well. I don't like crawlers. Crawlers freak me out. Jeff, would you be interested in the Little People true story? Absolutely, Robert R. Absolutely. Corey Cole, what's going on? And Key. What's up, 59th Survivor? I didn't see you there. I know I wouldn't hear, but I have 2 friends, family who watch you and still think Dogman are just a figment of my imagination. It would be crazy not to be around. Yeah. I don't, what freaks me out more is, hey, Rose Holt, how are you today? What freaks me out more is feral humans. I fucking hate feral humans. Bob R, if you could text or email it to me, that would be sick. I would love it. Jeff, strong hue from you. Thank you, Hunter S. Jeff, there was a published book in the 80s. We had a copy, lost it. A former Kodak wrote a story about a werewolf back in the. No shit, DJ. Wow, I would love. Is that like? There's only one Kodak building in that area, and it was the one that had the walkway right above it, above the road. If you could remember a little bit of that story, I would love to hear a little bit of it. If you could email me some of that. Clint, my dad goes into his surgery Monday, but thank you for asking. I really appreciate that. No, Traveler, 100% fake, 100% Forex. They are a channel designed for money and more money and more money and more money. And it's not jealousy speaking. That is 100%. Thank you, MS. Lost one. What is a crawler? Crawler is what people call rake, the creepypasta, the rake. That's what a crawler is. Thank you, Stacy. Yeah, he got the map. He had his pre-op on Friday, so they drew the map of what kind of Rosie Holt. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Rose. Clint, I don't want to hunt a dog, man. I would love to have a picture of one, but not to hunt one. I'm in Rochester. I went to Greece actually for 1 year of high school. That sucked. Hang on, Bob R. This is to Bob R and DJ. I'm going to put my email address in the comment section right now. I'm pecking away because I got crap in my hand right now. .com. Nico, thank you, brother. Welcome to the membership. Appreciate that. All right, it's right above yours, and right below Sandhoff. Thank you, Sandhoff. I heard there was absolutely, dude, from Texas. I have a bunch of African dogman experiences. I have a subscriber that reached out to me that lived in South Africa, and there's a place called the Pines where it's just all pine trees, and they had an experience out there. The alpha of all cryptids, I don't know. Godzilla. I honestly, Michael, I don't really know. I mean, we're talking real stuff now. We're not like creepy pasta in it. So honestly, I couldn't give you an honest answer. I don't like feral humans. I'm more afraid of feral humans than a dog man. But a dog man could rip the shit out of a feral human. Bigfoot, I don't know. Jimmy Fields, where'd you go? All right. This one, I was thinking of Mountain Giants. Yeah. I was thinking of you, Joe, when I, the Kraken. The Kraken is a freaking book, or a creature in a book, brother. I mean, yeah, the giant squid is fucking scary, or the colossal squid is scary, but thank you, Rose. About walkers, what are they all about? What are they? Those things that look like a pair of legs that don't have a body. Yeah, the Rhodesian Ridgeback are beautiful dogs. Ooh, I would ride one of those motherfuckers. I'd be like, let's go, buddy. Anyway, I thought of you, Joe, when I first stumbled upon this one because it's about a doll. Yeah, I don't know about those Glades creature. Honestly, to be quite frank with you, but I'm not an expert in this. I just, I'm learning just like you guys. I would vote, yeah, maybe, Michael. Belgian Malinois are freaking awesome. If I were to ever get a dog, um, I I can't get a dog because Tigger will just maul a dog. But if I were to ever get a dog, I would get a Belgian Malinois. All right, here we go. I was a very young girl, 4 or 5. I was the only girl with 3 older brothers. My mom was thrilled to have a girl, and so was my grandmother. I was the first granddaughter, you see, so they bought me frilly dresses and dolls. I was bought a huge doll taller than myself. My grandmother made clothes for her. I should have been excited. I could not be. It scared me. I tried to tell my mom, I was only daughter. She didn't pay attention to me. There was something wrong with the doll. I had my own room, having 3 brothers. I know what you're going to say, a prank, but no, not a prank. I always had been sensitive, even at 4. This doll scared me. I couldn't play with it, not only because it was bigger than myself. I felt at 4 years old, I didn't want it to be near me. Within a month of me not sleeping and screaming every night, finally my mom asked what was wrong. I told her there was a bad, bad doll. She put the doll in my closet right across from my bed. She left after kissing me and saying she loved me and to go to bed, that it was okay. She went downstairs shortly after my closet door opened. The doll was standing there. This is where it gets weird. I've never forgotten to this day, and I'm 55 and have 3 kids. 2 are daughters, and I never allow dolls in my house. In the closet, she was there. Afraid as I was compelled to go to her. Her eyes glowed. I think I was in a trance as I walked to her. When I approached it, I can't call it my doll. She moved her arm toward me. I screamed. My mom came running. I forgot to say, I am mute. My doll fell on me and seemed to grab me. My mom came and thought I was sleepwalking. I tried to motion what happened. She said, well, let's put her under your bed until morning. I freaked out. She finally took the doll and put it in the trash. That didn't end for me. It was back. I cannot even look at a doll ever again. My father burnt the doll because all I did was scream for 3 days. I still cannot look at dolls to this day. My 2 daughters have never had a doll. Yucky dolls. No dolls. Dolls suck. Arachnophobia is a great movie. Why don't I want a Belgian Malinois, Andy Davis? Yeah, Andy, what's going on with you right now? Joe, it's because I made you a mod. You're a mod, so you don't have a star right now. Or did you cancel your membership? You're purple, so you should. And is San a member? I don't know. Maybe your membership, you canceled your membership, maybe. Friend got a doll before she died. E. I don't know then, Joe. I would check and see. Jeff, have you read the book Wolfen or watched? Yes, I have watched the movie. That is a very, very good movie. It is so cool. I only heard about it just recently from my friend Jim, who Jim Petanito, who is the camera. He was the cameraman for the Warrens, Ed and Lorraine Warren. And I'll have to get the book though. They're making a remake of Arachnophobia. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Where is Thunderbolt when we need him? What happened to Mr. Rollins? My Roddy passed. Oh, shit, brother. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Damn. Roddies are awesome dogs. Roddies get a bad rap, though, because I think because they're big and they look like a Doberman Pinscher on steroids. But Roddies are freaking nice, man. I had a buddy that all he owned was Roddies, and they were just such a nice dog. Very vocal, like a husky, but in a different way of being vocal. Sanhoff, I really think you should come to New York. Jeff, the reason you don't want to dog is because you already have too much on your plate. I know those. I would have to walk that son of a bitch every freaking minute. He'd be like, "Come on, Dad, let's go." Soon. Tommy, I look forward to hearing from you. I definitely can. I know, Sam. That's why I said it. It was a joke, girl. I'd love to hear from you. Boxers are vocal too and stubborn. All dogs are stubborn, though. You know, I mean, they're man's best friend for a reason. Roddy. I just need to find a fat, like dog that doesn't want to do shit and will just lay here while I'm working. And then every once in a while go on a hike with me. Joe, I pretty much read all of them. Mutts are the best. You're absolutely right. I was thinking about getting a pig. Jeff, have you Cabin in the Woods? There is a good description of the Dogman in it. Cabin in the Woods, the movie? I know. I was joking, Tommy. I was joking. Great Danes? Yeah, boy. But that would cost like $5,000 a month to feed that big son gun. When I was younger, I wanted to rescue just because I'm from New York. I think it's because I'm from New York. I wanted to rescue greyhounds that from the track because there used to be a really famous greyhound track in the city, and I always wanted to rescue a greyhound from there. But then I found out they're mean. Weinreimers are fucking assholes. I don't like Weinreimers. They bit. I got bit by one of those son of a bitches, and all I was doing was walking out of my friend's house, and it bit me right in my ass, and I did nothing wrong to it. Little fucker. We got 217 people and 98 likes, guys. Holy shit. How'd we do that? Am I getting stalked? Oh, those stalkers stalking me, just watching. They're like, we'll never hit the like button. We don't like him, but we'll just watch. Oh, one left. One left, and I got another like. Border Collies are awesome. Saw a beautiful Border Collie, actually, the other day. Oh, thanks, Jonathan. I appreciate that. Book of Leaves. How are you? I'm just watching. Sorry. I'm only kidding. No, I'm afraid of pit bulls. I really have like a healthy fear of pit bulls. Blue heelers are awesome. What's up, Steve? Hippie, how are you? I will later on, I promise. I was actually gonna make a video of that as like a spoof on it. I think I might do it this week sometime. Thanks, Book of Leaves. I appreciate that. DJ Throngy, please do. Please do, my friend. I would appreciate it so much. Do you need my email? I did put it in earlier, and I put it in specifically for you and Bob. So please, if you, I'd love to check that out. Now it's a book, you said, right? Bull Mastiff, Great Dane. Ooh-wee. All right, brother. I'm gonna put my email in right now. Polar bear versus Dogman. Polar bear. Gmail.com. All right, it's right under Tommy and right above Robert Sharp, DJ. I'm gonna say Nico, quite a bit actually, to be honest with you. All throughout history, like Libra pops in and out every once in a while. She's like popping in and out. Silverback versus Dogman. Captain Cat. Oh, what a great name. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Oh, heck, I burnt the chicken. That's awesome. Thank you, Captain Cat. Glades Chicken, or Glades Creature. Glades Chicken. Kangaroos really remind me of a Dogman. I mean, if you look at them, fuck. Kangaroos, woo-wee. Dogman wins. Shit. Guys, I meant to skip the ads. I apologize. I hate this YouTube shit they're doing to us now. I need a Dogman. Do you think Bigfoot can? Do I think Bigfoot can what? Super or superior? Hey, Joanne Fine, how are you? Roanoke Rapids, Halifax. Nico, I will actually put together a North Carolina upload sometime this week for you. Wait, what's that? What is that he just did? Gifted 5 Dogman and holy shit. Thank you, Captain Cat. I have no idea what that means, but holy shit. Thank you. Dogman UK Man, how are you? Oh, so there's members now. Oh shit. Wow. Good show. Dogman UK Man. Wow. Captain Cat, that's awesome. Wow. You guys see, this is what I mean. Every time at the end of the uploads, I feel obligated to thank you guys because it is like you guys blow me away with your kindness and respect for each other. It's so fucking awesome. Like, I cannot get past what you guys do for each other. All right, here we go. This happened in 2018 in Shreveport, Louisiana. I was about 23 years old when this happened. August 29th, 2018, I was planning to leave my toxic home environment to move back to my mom in New York City. Now, I was attuned to the paranormal at the age of 4 years old and saw a lot of entities as a kid, both good and evil. But this encounter was so surreal. I wasn't sure if it was human. I was sitting on the porch watching kids play in the streets. So I was there drinking my soda when I looked up and I saw a bald man standing where the kids were playing. But the oddest thing, they didn't see him. Yet, what was more strange about this bald man, he had a cloak and dressed differently than normal people in the town. Yet his ears were pointed and teeth were sharp into fangs, and he had yellow, goldish eyes. I looked at him and he looked at me, which I felt like an eternity. But then I broke eye contact and looked back at the spot and he was gone. Flash forward to September. I just picked up my first spell book from a bookstore and decided at around 7 p.m. I went to the store to get a drink, and as I walked back home, I sensed something in the dark watching me. As I walked, then I passed the part of the walkway of the sewer drain. I felt an overwhelming sense of terror and dread, and I started to feel this urge to run. Yet, I just briskly walked home, but there were not any cars on the road. One only passed every 2 hours. The feeling of terror and dread kept following me, yet wherever it is, it stayed in the darkness, but kept stalking me as I tried to get home. But when a car passed by it, it stopped, and then the feeling continued. And once I got home, it stopped the pursuit. I was hysterical and shocked. Yet I went to my neighbors that lives down the street and chatted with them and told them what happened, what I experienced, and we laughed it off. I wasn't completely at ease. So now it's 2001, and I looked up what I saw and experienced, and what I found shocked me to the core. Some type of Romanian vampire called the Strigoi, the worst type of vampire to encounter at night, especially alone. And I did look into that Strigoi thing, and it's not some kind of BS, not Wikipedia, but whatever that pedia shit is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Anna and Bill, how are you guys? Captain Cat, I truly appreciate what you just did. That is amazing. And blessing 5 people with memberships is unbelievable. Thank you. Definitely not a creepy pasta. Yes, creepy wiki. Creepy wiki. Thank you, Anki. Thank you. But I don't know. I was talking about it last week about the inorganic beings. Nico, yeah, vampires. I've had like 6 different subscribers that had vampire encounters. Not necessarily like the TV show or movie vampire, but they do feed off of like emotions and other crap like that. Elsa Blue, how are you? I do believe they are human looking. What did the werewolf eat after getting his fangs cleaned? The dentist. Oh, Rose Holt hitting us with the dad joke. My dad his surgery is on Monday, but thank you for asking. Psychic vampires, absolutely, Nico. I've heard of a couple different kinds, but I believe they're mostly just psychic. I don't buy into the biting bullshit. You know what I mean? I think that's more or less like some kind of like, I don't know, grungy emu cult shit. You know what I mean? Ha ha, little emo boy. Fell in love with an emo girl. Oh yeah, get the old Coke and lime going. Jeff the bartender. A little bit of lime juice in the old Coke. Look at this. I even prepped for tonight with this. I am such a dork. Dude, lime is so good. Love lime stuff. Jeff, would you like some moonshine to go with your Coke? No, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. He had talked about them, John, but nothing really too detailed. He didn't know too much. Prep boy. Who's a prep boy, Peanuts? Lemons are good. I love lemons. I love lime, especially nowadays. A lot of us, diabetes, high cholesterol. Yeah, Michael. Coke with lime is amazing. Thanks, DJ. Appreciate that. So you're from out there? I went to school out that way for a year. I went to Athena High. You know where that is? You're good, MJ Bates. You're good. Do you? I'm 47, and here's the story. Here's the story of why I don't like racism, and I don't believe in any kind of hatred for people. DJ Throngy probably remembers this, but in 1992, there was a race war in Athena High School, which is in Greece, New York. And it's predominantly a black high school. And I was one of the 6 white students there. And I got the living shit kicked out of me on a daily basis when I went there. And so I felt it on the opposite side. So I got to feel firsthand what, you know what I mean? Do you remember that, DJ? Those days? Yes, Steve. That's what we're talking about. Yep. Yep. Right on, Sandhoff. Ooh, lemon and strawberry cheesecake. Is that what that is? That's all right, Gigi. I still have a lot of black friends. Like Dark Waters is my best friend in the whole wide world. I love that guy. I'll lay my life down for him. And I know he would do the same for me. Here, Tommy, I'm going to put my email in right now for you. And then I'm going to jump into an encounter. OLNY yeah. At email Dizat Kazam. Bam. All right, it's right under Nikola Tesla. Tommy, my email address, right under Nikola Tesla and right above Sandhoff. Absolutely, Sandhoff. Right on. All right. I put my email address. It's right under your last email right there. Did you know Coke? Yes, Mr. Rollins. I did know Coke makes a lime Coke. That's why they have mid 80s we had more. Ready, that's cool. No kidding. That's those. What are those Coke machines that you can push the button and it has 600 different flavors? We have a Price Chopper or a Market 32, and I go there once a day to get a lime Coke, and oh, it's good. Absolutely. You see, I'm Irish, but I'm not a leprechaun. You want to fight? Then step up and we'll get it on. Best House of Pain song ever. All right, all right, all right. We got black-eyed kids and we got black-eyed adult people. The video you did where the father and son went into the mountains, scary as fuck. That's right, Salty Rant. It was. Good to see that Jeffy Lime is good. The limes are dank, man. I love limes. Greatest song, one of the greatest House of Pain songs ever. Randall Kennedy. Holy shit. Thank you very much. All righty, here we go. This happened in the year of 2001. I was 19 years old and living with my mom and two aunts in Miami, Florida. On this particular evening, I felt like staying home and reading a book, but my mom came up with the idea that we go to the beach. I said no, but she insisted a lot. I even told her we didn't have clean towels to take, and she said, no problem. Let's just take a sheet. It's only for a short time. So my mom, two aunts, and I got into the car, and we're on our way to Miami Beach. We stopped at a gas station. While they were filling the tank, this uneasy feeling came over me. I felt like getting out of the car and walking home, but I thought there is no reason to feel like this. It's only a trip to the beach. When we got to the beach, it was about 7 p.m., and we were the only people there. I put the sheet on the sand with our stuff, and since only one of my aunts knows how to swim, the four of us stayed close together to the shore. While we stood there with the water barely reaching our waists, this man appeared out of nowhere. Black hair, kind of dark olive skin, and wearing black shorts. He didn't wear any kind of jewelry or any kind of chains. Besides feeling uncomfortable immediately, my first thought was he must have walked a lot because I couldn't see his car anywhere. Then I took a look at his face and his eyes were totally black. I couldn't see the white part. I remember I thought, what the hell is wrong with his eyes? Then he said in a very angry tone, don't any of you know how to swim? Go into the water. He kept his distance, but after he said that, when I looked at him again, I didn't feel like I was looking at a man. It was the same feeling you get when you visit a zoo and see a wolf or a predator very close. My two aunts just turned around and avoided looking at him. We stayed right where we were without moving, and my mom put her arms around me and one of my aunts. I felt that he wanted us to go into the water for us to have an accident or something bad. After that, I saw him go into the water very quickly and come out. I only turned around probably less than a minute and he was gone. Now, from this place I could see a long distance all over the beach and he was nowhere to be seen. Since the man talked to us, we were silent. But at that moment, one of my aunts said, he disappeared, right? I said, yeah, and picked up our stuff as quickly as I could, got into the car, and we left. We were all very tense, and my aunt told me, what the hell was that guy? I said, I don't know, but it was bad. We were going obviously fast on the highway when all of a sudden I saw a tow truck stopped in front of us without any signs or lights. My aunt started to brake very slowly. She had an old car. I could see the truck closer and closer till we finally stopped right before hitting it. Thankfully, after that, we made it home safely. But when we got home, I told my mom, I didn't feel like going to the beach, but you insisted, so that we went. Something very bad could have happened today. I'm so glad that it had been 22 years ago, and I never saw anything creepy since. Oh. What'd I miss? What'd I miss? Cherry Sprite's good. Dude from Texas. Holy shit. You know what's crazy? Dude from Texas. There is no coincidences in life. And this is sick. Dude from Texas just said Charlie Manson and Jeffrey Dahmer had black eyes, right? There's a what are those shows called? Biographies or whatever on TV? Documentary. And one about Charlie Manson. And I watched the whole thing today. That's fucking crazy that you just said his name like that. The Night Stalker. Wasn't that that weird looking freaky guy? Absolutely Star Trek-y. Do I think the Megalodon is real? 100% Megalodon is real. Richard Ramirez. Thank you, Nicola. Ramirez is a freaky son of a bitch. There is coincidences. There's no such thing, man. No such thing. I'm making custard, blueberry pie, southern style banana pudding pie, family day. Ooh-wee. Yeah, we're not doing Ooh, did Janie text? No, Janie didn't text yet. Fuck. I hope she's okay. Do you think they're in deep water? Enki, I think they're in deep water. Oh my God. Speaking of that, Janie just texted. I checked, right? I just checked. Janie texted me back. She was asleep. Janie's coming. Janie's coming. Janie's coming. I sounded like quite the fucking man woman right there. Oh my goodness. If I lost a couple of subs on that one, I can't blame them all. Thanks, Double X. Yeah, you most definitely can see crazy in people's eyes. No, I do not identify as a man woman. And even if I did, what the fuck is wrong with it, bitch? Just kidding, Tracy. Oh shit, Jeff got a little sassy. Black eyes are soulless, 100%. I have never saw anyone with black eyes, and I'm so fucking glad I'm not. Janie, what's up? How are you, dear? Hey, Pearl Green, how are you? Dina, I'm not sure. Black eyes could be possessed or not. That's just here's something that the paranormal is all theory. There is definitely no kind of 100% fact in this, if you know what I mean. Right on, Andy Davis. Damn, that's crazy, Cryptic. Hey, buddy, how are you? Thank you, Pearl Green. I hope you're doing well as well. I hope you're doing as well. Bits and pieces. Paranormal is a fact of everyone's life, most definitely. Spirits are real, 100%. Thanks, Gravity Cheeseburger. My daughter, Isabel, speaking of Isabel, has been sensitive since she was a little girl. Um, my ex-wife's mom's house was, we have a huge paper mill called Finch Brine up here. And it was one of the founders of the paper mill's daughter's house. So it was absolutely huge. And she would sense things in that house all the time. Paper mills do stink. Our town smells like someone shit on it from miles away. I swear to God, on a bad day, it smells like someone had diarrhea. Diarrhea. Taylor, Mississippi, Jimmy, is a good hotspot, brother. Skip the ads. Skip those mother effing ads. Cowboy 5 Rings, how are you? I love you too, baby girl. I'll see y'all in a little bit, buddy. Have fun playing Fortnite. Yeah, most eastern towns in the upstate region are built around paper mills and rivers and shit. That was a dumb statement. I'm saying a lot of dumb shit tonight, boy. Andy Davis, be safe building that fire up, brother. Don't burn yourself. Don't burn that picker off. Larry Lindman, how are you this evening, brother? I hope you're doing well. I hope everything's going better for you. All right, here we go, kids. Here we go, kids. Robert Sharp, have a good evening. This event happened in April of 2021. I live in Yale, Oklahoma. My wife works in Stillwater as a nurse. It was an early Saturday morning and my wife got called into work. I drove her and my 11-year-old grandson into town to drop her off. My wife was still sleepy because she was supposed to be off. She quickly nodded off by the time we made it to the highway. The sun had not come up yet, but it was light enough to make certain things out. Off to the right is a grassy clearing, and there were several animals around that area. But something was odd. This thing was there. It was white and acted like it was trying to hide. I slowed down a bit and saw it throw something in our direction. Whatever it was hit the ground and bounced back up. The creature took off running on 2 legs, then sort of morphed into running on all 4. That's the best description I have. I was curious and wanted to stop, but I knew my wife had to be at work. On the way back home, my grandson asked, "What was that thing back there?" I had no idea. He was awake and saw it. I told him that I didn't know, but we were going to check it out. I found an area to stop right where I believe we saw it. I walked a short way and quickly found out what was thrown. It was a dead turtle with the shell mostly torn off. I quickly realized if it had been a little more accurate, it could have taken out a window and caused serious injury or an accident. I'm always armed when I'm out, and I wanted to explore the area more, but not with my grandson. I felt danger and listened to my instincts. The way this thing moved was not natural, and these things are 100% nefarious. No one can tell me different. I believe I know what they are, but I've heard a few stories to say exactly what I believe is they are evil. There is more than what we grasp, obviously, but it is in no shape or form an animal. I took my grandson back home and my daughter was there to watch him, so I went back, estimating its height. There is 5.5-foot fence right where I saw it. I'm 6'3", and feel that whatever it was had to be 11 feet. That made me a little uneasy. I'm glad I took my grandson home. I did manage to get inside the fencing and realized the ground had hidden holes. They would have seriously injured a person had they stepped in one. I have no idea how this thing managed to navigate that terrain the way it did. There were no visible tracks. We talk about it in the open. I don't see any reason not to, especially since my grandson saw it as well. That reaffirms in my mind that it was there. I wish I had more of a description, but it was instantly quick, insanely quick, both instantly and insanely quick, when it took off. Oh, Randall Kennedy, thank you. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you for giving me props, brother. Hang on a second. I got to get a t-shirt. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Whew. Brett Alexander, that hoodie that I was just wearing was from Pups. Pups gave me that for a birthday present. Slipknot. Slipknot's awesome. You can love God and love Slipknot too. Jeff, you always look down. I'm wearing a white t-shirt, Tracy. What's up, Jules? How are you? Jesus Christ, Caden. What are you thinking about, brother? Absolutely, dude from Texas. Absolutely. Joey was a badass. Is there any cryptid story from Iowa? No, I've got a couple of cryptid experiences from Iowa, brother. Whew. Heard a rumor they may be done. I heard that they were doing some new stuff. That was from Corey in an interview that he did just recently. Have any of you guys heard that new album by Chino from the Deftones, the new Cross album? Hoo-wee, that thing's fire. Joe, you got your star back. Slipknot's awesome. Compound bow broadhead could take down Dogman. Maybe, Steve. I would not want to try it, though. Yeah, that's who we were talking about, Enki. Joey Jorgensen. Yeah, I heard that Owlman story. Oh, that was gross. I think I got a little bit on me. Where did I hear that dude from Texas? What was that, on an interview that he did? Dude, John Sumner, I work for Tyson Food as well. Holy shit, we all work for Tyson Food. I'm just kidding. Bye. Come on, fatty. Yeah, he did, RH. Bye. Guess who's here, guys? Come here, boy. Come here. Oh, boy's here. Boy. There he is. There's the mascot. Jeff, do you believe in Dogman and Bigfoot are on Long Island? Yes, Michael. I have a story. I have an encounter from a subscriber that sent me an encounter from Shelter Island. Hey, buddy. Say hi to everybody. Look, say hi. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. He's a good boy, huh? Yeah. He's a Maine Coon cat. Oh, he's laying down. He's laying down, guys. He's going to stay. Don't stick your ass in my face. Did Americans go all night, or was it Europe? I went to a few raves when I was younger, and it was pretty much all night. Tigger's right here, Gravity. You can see his ears. Jeff, have you read any Dogman stories in Puerto Rico? Yes, Will, I have. Yep. A few of them. All right, buddy, get comfortable. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? Don't get on the keyboard. Oh, here you go, buddy. There, now everybody can see you. Yeah, Mr. Rollins, he's a big boy. Glenn, your cat, for real, he's watching, buddy? It's your good boy. You're a good boy, huh? Yeah. Can you guys hear him breathe? He's so fucking handsome, isn't he? What's up, alligator horse? How are you? Good to see you. Oh, ragdolls are beautiful. You were trying to bite me, weren't you, you prick? You see him trying to bite me? Such a dink. All right, come on. Ragdoll cats are awesome. Oh, you go, boy. All right, you got to get down. Jesus Christ. Ow, you fuck. Oh, fucker. Lay down. Oh, God, that hurt. Oh, shit. Thank you. What an asshole. That hurt so bad. Blue streaks in my hair. That's funny. Dude, I have a friend who was my barber, right? And I've had silver hair since I was in my 20s. And so it just, as I got older, it just got more silver, right? So one day he's like, "Oh, I'm going to cut your hair and we're going to make it look good and this and that." So he turns me around, right? And so I can't see the mirror, and he's spraying something in my hair, and I thought it was hairspray because he said, "I'm going to do your hair. You're going to look good." I'm like, "Okay." Well, he had this like spray dye, and he turned me around, and I'm like, and he sprayed my hair black. And I was like, "Dude, wash my hair right now. Wash this shit out of my hair, because if you don't," I'm going to get beat up because people are going to think I'm some sort of pedophile walking down the street, brother. I'm like, "Wash this shit out now." What's up, Matt? How are you? Yes, Alan, I did see that. Anything Conjuring House I watch. Because, I mean, I've been there and I love it. I cannot wait until I go back to the Conjuring House. It was probably one of the coolest experiences I've ever had in my life. Does Tigger have a white bib? Yeah, he does. Electric blue. When I was younger, I did dude, the guy copies everything I fucking do, Nicola. I swear to God, he went to the Conjuring House. He was interviewed by Sean Atwood. I fucking hate that guy. You just gave me a headache. Fuck, got a headache now. I can't say his name, Kakalina. But no, not that guy, dude from Texas. Someone else. I swear to God. Karen Atkins. Yes, I've been to the Conjuring House. I did a overnight experience there. I've been to a couple of other places. I've been to an asylum in upstate New York, actually out in Genesee County. Plan on going to Lizzie Borden house soon. It happens all the time to me. I don't know who that is. Hang on a second. Let me check that out. Oh, yeah, that guy. He looks pretty cool. I'd like to talk to him. He's not a bad looking guy, or bad. He doesn't look like he has a bad channel. He looks like he's pretty decent, like kind of with it guy. Someone that I wouldn't mind talking to. Yeah. It seems like decent. DL, have a nice night, brother. King Diamond's awesome. I guess so if you want to, Kakalina. I mean, I don't know why. It's a live stream, but sure. He doesn't seem bad, that Nino guy, though. Five Finger Death Punch, great band. Oh no, that you want to know, Kakalina, why I don't like NVTV? Is my friend Elias Hernandez has a video where he's an actual movie student. He went to school for movies, and he made that video of that dog man through the bushes and shit. And NVTV has said 100 times that it's real. And Elias has reached out to him so many times and been like, dude, that's not real. Stop talking that it's real. And the NV keeps posting it. Jeff, losers focus on winners. Winners focus on themselves. Never forget that. I'm not a winner, but I pretty much focus on myself. That's all I like to do. But I can't say I'm a winner. Twin Paranormal. Yes, the Twin Paranormal. The guys, they got tattoos on their face. That's a pretty cool channel. I like that channel. I like channels like that. I can't watch other cryptid channels because in a way I think it's dirty. Like it's almost like I'm checking up on seeing what other people are doing. But I like don't laugh, but my daughter Isabel likes Sam and Kobe. And they go to some pretty legit places, and I'll watch them with her. But yeah. Yeah, they went to the Queen Mary quite a bit. Actually, the guy Paul Pedersen Jr., the guy who I had on that has researched the Jersey Devil for years, Sam and Colby had him on their channel, and I was watching it with my daughter, and I was like, that guy looks cool as shit. I like him, and I like what he was saying. So I reached out to him, and I was like, hey, I'd really like to talk to you sometime. And me and him became friends like instantly. Yeah, you've got to be courteous when you're addressing these, um, things. Michael, I know who he is. Actually, that's who I was just talking about. I'm not a fan. Jimmy, I'd love to work with you. Yeah, I'd share your videos and give you the props. Absolutely. Shit, that's scary, Joe. Maine's got Bigfoot. Maine is notorious for Bigfoot. Oh, thanks, Cacklina. No Victor. Nothing on Victor yet. I was actually thinking about him today. It's crazy. How about another black-eyed person? I looked for black-eyed kid ones, but I couldn't. I couldn't find any. So I apologize. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Larry, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I really don't feel like it. Like I'm just me. You know what I mean? That my channel is what it is because of you guys. It's not because of anything like, you know what I mean? Like if you guys weren't backing me, I wouldn't be shit, Like I get so many ideas and so much information from you guys alone. Like it's unbelievable. So, like all my interviews. Anything new from here, Jeff? I don't know what that means, RH. From UK? No, he scratched my knee. Crowley, Louisiana. Oh shit, yeah. It continues to grow and go. I love that. Thanks, Tracy. Yeah, I've got a couple of I've got two vampire encounters. I'll try to remember them when I'm reading this real quick. All right. 2003. I was taking a trip across the country with my dad from the East Coast to the West Coast. We had camped out for a couple of days in federal land in Utah and needed some gas. It was an extremely desolate area, but we passed a little crossroads. There was a convenience store built on the side of the rock wall. When I walked in, I remembered that there was an old man behind the counter and a younger looking man in one of the aisles. No flags went off, just a normal setting. I was paying for the gas at the counter, and the younger man came up behind me and stood in line. He kind of passed the boundary of my comfort zone, so I casually inched forward a bit. He did it again, so I gave him a sort of side glance, a quick glance of the eyes. Looking back at me were watery, completely jet black eyes. I only glanced at him for a split second, but that was enough to start the process of what I saw. The hair on the back of my neck stood immediately. It freaked me out. I calmly left, and I got in the passenger seat of the RV. My dad was done pumping gas, and we left. I didn't exactly have any feeling of fear, more just something I couldn't process from the norm. 2 days later, we made it to the west coast near San Fran and headed north to the Pacific Coast Highway. We made it to a campground in a small coastal town of Eureka, California. Eureka, Mike Patton, to camp and stay the night. The town had a movie theater and that we could walk to from camp. So we caught a show and headed back. I climbed up into the loft and fell asleep. About an hour later, I woke up with a fever of 104 and I was very weak. I woke up my father and he drove the RV to the hospital. It was 15 minutes. We were pulling in the parking lot. After waiting for a couple minutes before going in, my fever broke. My temp dropped back to normal. but I felt worn out and drained head to toe. I remained drained for a couple days with no fever. We stopped at a walk-in clinic in Eugene, Oregon, and had some blood work done. Nothing abnormal was found. I don't know if the sickness had any connection to do with that black-eyed man I glanced at, but it's always kind of haunted me in the back of my mind. My dad was well aware of my description of the young man, and there was a first hand to see the strange illness. We still talk about things, still to this day, 20 years later. George, thank you very much for becoming a member, brother. I appreciate that. Yo, what's up, big dog? How are you? Dark Waters is in the house. Thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you're doing good. Haha, you like that? I just talked about you about a half an hour ago, saying how much I appreciate you and truly value our friendship. What if you don't have medical insurance in the United States? Can you see a doctor? Yes. You can go to the hospital. Tommy, I literally took Advil. I literally took 4 of the motherfuckers. I do have good hair. That's the one thing I can say. I'm probably the best researcher. I have the best. I'm the researcher with the best hair. That's the only thing that's good about me. Other than that, I'm shit. Prayers help, my brother. Your prayers especially. Is your tattoo a tree on your arm? Yes, there's this tree, and then there's Bigfoot here. Schenectady, New York is in the house, just 45 minutes south of me. How are you, Michael? DW, me and you got to do a show together very soon here. I think what we should do, like we talked about it last time, do like an hour and a half, 2 hours on my channel, and like 2 hours on your channel. Thanks, Sonia. Yeah. Well, I had a couple before. I had like 4 all day today, though, brother. No, a little more than that. Probably a 12-pack today. I'm fucking ready to go. Janie, you got hacked. What do you mean you got hacked, lady? All juiced up on Coke and lime. Yes, I got my limes right here. Do I have any? Oh yeah. There we go. Get a fresh one going, baby. Boop. Brother, have a great night. Thank you for blessing us with your presence. I'll keep my dad in your prayers, please, James. My dad has surgery on Monday at 5:30 in the morning. I'll talk to you very soon. God bless you and your family. Both of you guys will get paid so much to do TV show if you go to the sites where they encounter. Actually, me and James Darkwaters were talking about doing. Thank you, Tyler. I appreciate that. I really do. Me and Darkwaters were talking about when Belle's older, going to the Merle plantation. Coke is bad for neuropathy. I've never heard that. That's weird. IE Native, thank you for joining us tonight. Not much, but you're here, right? So that's all that matters. Thank you. I'm glad that you're here with us. Yeah, I can't drink Mountain Dew. I when I drink Mountain Dew too much, I pee. Guys, I just came back from the gifting stone, the present stone, and I put some chicken bones out on the present stone today. And I've been looking around and I haven't found anything yet on this present stone. I'm going to make a spoof about that. I swear to God. Guys, I came back to the present stone. What's up, DC? I will. Don't worry. Tommy, have a blessed evening. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, Nico, that was. Last week I did like this full-on like imitation of him. Well, guys, I'm back at the Gifting Rock, and I put this chicken bone here. I think there's a Bigfoot, and he's over there somewhere. Get off my son! What are you doing? Thank you, DC. I truly appreciate that. Dogman is a telepathic cryptid for sure. Well, he's not a cryptic. He's cryptid, but yes, Matthew, 100%. Some aren't, some are. Yeah, he does, because he loves those views, brother. Absolutely, Jill. No, when I drink Mountain Dew, if I like literally drink like a half a glass of Mountain Dew, I've got to piss for like ever. It's almost like when I drink chicory. Good night, Tommy. I will never go camping in the wild. Well, I stopped going camping when my best friend said, Jeff, if we went camping and you woke up with Vaseline on your ass, would you tell anybody? And I said, nope. And he said, you want to go camping? And I said, I'm done camping. Because $20 is $20, baby. Wet fart, and he knew it was all over. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, boy. How come all of the Todd's pictures are close up of the face? It's because they're all masked. Oh, very cool. Yeah. $20 is $20. So I think I've got the t-shirt ready, or not ready, but I got the slogan. It's gonna say Dogman isn't gay, but $20 is $20. I think that's it. And that's no offense to anybody that's gay or whatever. My aunt and uncle are gay. I love them. I love gay people. You know, it's just funny because Mike Patton from Faith No More had a shirt that said, "I'm not gay, but $20 is $20." Janie, I'll show you later on where to find it. All right. Don't worry about it. I'm getting a Dogman tattoo, actually. So when I was younger, me and my friend bought a tattoo gun, and we tatted each other up a lot. But I'm gonna get this on this arm right here to cover this tattoo up right here. So that'll be the next tattoo. Thanks, Carla. Adam, have a good night, brother. I heard the encounter where the dog man kicked the window and oh, that's crazy, Matthew. That's cool. Yeah, Michael, we were on my dad built me a half pipe when I was younger because I that's all I did with my time was skateboard all growing up. And we ran a lead cord from my dad's garage to my freaking half pipe and just sat there and skated and tatted each other up like idiots. Karen, thank you very much. I'm glad that you're here with us. I really am. Because I don't like the tattoo, Nicole. It's cheesy. It's because me and my friend did it, and they're cheesy. That's why this Bigfoot one is a cover up, and this one's a cover up. They're coming out. I'm gonna work on it this week. I'm gonna have the shirts out. I will have the $20 is $20 shirt out by next live stream. Cross my heart and hope to desire. Baby. That's right, Brandy. You can't just have. My daughter just bought a tattoo gun, Abigail, my oldest daughter. And I'm like, you need to apprentice under the guy who does my tats because she, like, literally is a really good artist and she's been tatting herself up like crazy. Anyway, it was fall in the beautiful state of Colorado. I lived in an apartment complex, which was a good few miles from work. At this point, I was living with my now ex-husband because we all are young and dumb at some point, right? There were lots of missing pet posters around our mailboxes, which could be pretty normal, but lately there were a lot more than usual. Mostly people's cats that had gotten out, or the occasional dog now and again. Only issue was this time they were posted almost all around the same time. Creepy in of itself. I got up and started my day like any other. Got up at 3 a.m. to get ready for work for 4. I walked out the front door. Pearl Green, thank you so much. Thank you, Pearl. Walked out the front door. Where am I? Walked out the front door and would walk down the stairs to where my car had been parked, which was across from the dumpsters. Now, I lived in a complex for 2 years at this point, so I knew it pretty well. Sure, we had our occasional raccoons and smaller animals around, but after walking around the corner from one of the buildings, I suddenly felt my heart sink into my stomach. Right behind my car was what I thought was a coyote. Pretty normal around almost everywhere here in Colorado, but this was not your normal coyote. It was taller. The head did not look right, almost like its skull was crushed on one side. Now, I grew up in the countryside and I've seen coyote with all kinds of things: rabies, mange, and distemper, you name it. But this was no coyote. Its legs were too long, its body disfigured, almost like its spine had been twisted 180 degrees. Standing where I was on the sidewalk, this thing would turn its attention to me. I thought I was going to die, quite honestly. As I stood there staring at it, it was staring right back at me. Now, again, I am not unfamiliar with the supernatural or anything along those lines. I've had my fair share, but while this thing and I were having a staring contest, I would watch as it walked away from my car and made its way down the road, and watched it turn out of the complex. I was finally able to bring myself to walk to my car quickly and unlock it. I climbed in and started the car. As I headed in the direction the creature had gone to get out of the complex, out onto the main road, it was gone. But how? How is this creature gone? There was a field, but surely I would have been able to see it cross the field. Nothing. I didn't tell anyone because, truthfully, I thought I was going crazy. I spoke with a coworker of mine who lived in another complex, and they told me that I wasn't the only person to have seen it. Weeks earlier, they came across the same thing after working a late shift. The only difference was they had seen this thing and it had something in its jaws. I tried to ask my now ex-husband if we could move, but was told no because where we were living at the time, the rent was cheaper. To this day, I do not know what I saw, and every time I hear coyotes crying and yelping, I feel a wave of dread wash over me. Prairie Winds and Wildflower Spiritual Art. Hello, and how are you? And thank you for joining us tonight. I hate that when that happens, Gravity. I hate it when it happens. I don't even have any of my own merch because I don't do my own merch. It's that company that does it. Oh, Tommy, you're fine. You didn't. I am doing well, thank you. I knew a girl who had Kermit and Big Bird tattooed on her chest. Yeah, that'd be pretty weird. Betamax, holy shit. Guys, so I don't know. Movie of the week to watch, and I have to say it again, is my fucking brain just shut down. Oh my god. Hell House. Hell House. If you guys have not seen Hell House, there's Hell House 1, Hell House 2, Hell House 3, and now Hell House The Origins. They all fit together, and they're found footage. Yeah, Jimmy Fields, you know what I'm talking about. Hell House Origins. Guys, it is, you got to watch 1, 2, and 3 first. But if you can't, watch just Origins because it's fucking awesome. But to get it completely, because the clowns, I don't like clowns, but I like this movie. And I like those movies better than I like the two high desert ones. What's up, Moose Knuckle? People Under the Stairs is probably one of Stephen King's most underrated movies ever. AWD's in the house with us. How are you? Yeah, clowns suck balls. They're making a new Salem's Lot. They're making a new one. Have you ever drank ski? In Kentucky, or people call it green. No, I don't drink. I didn't drink that when I did drink. I'm coming up on I got sober in 2016. So I don't do anything. What's the movie on? Hell House. Hell House is on Amazon. Ski ball. That'd be a pretty funny tattoo. Thanks, Gaz VA. Appreciate that. Man, waiting for water to boil is worse than dial-up internet. Fucking A, right it is. Silver Bullet Tron. You'll like it, Mr. Rollins. It's really good. Larry Lindman, thank you so fucking much. Holy shit, brother. Appreciate you. God bless you, brother. Prairie Winds in what is that in New York? Because the movie that I'm talking about is in New York, but it's not there. It's like a fake thing in Amadon. And where'd you see it? Because I'd like to check that out. Because I've been to the Conjuring house, and I loved that. That was like the greatest thing I've ever done. I did it with my daughter. I have a butt tat. I have angel wings. Gigi, I'm confused. Is a wing on each cheek? So your brown eye has wings? That's pretty cool. Damn. That's one hell of a visual. Oh shit. Tat of my butt on my butt. Enki, simmer down now. Enki. Jesus Christ. Enki just made a trip to the bathroom with the old bottle of fucking lotion. Tyler raised her hand. Oh shit. I have a twinge tatted on me, anti-arrow. Yeah, Larry, but yours doesn't have wings by your brown eye. So she's got you beat. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble for saying that. Oh Jesus Christ. Oh Lord, I'm sorry. Oh God. Oh. I just turned like 4 shades of fucking red. Oh God. Apparently she says. I gotta read an encounter to get my mind out of the gutter. Alrighty. My dad is doing well. He's getting ready for surgery on Monday. He did his pre-op on Friday. So thank you, Janie. All right, here we go. I got my head is fucking sweating right now. Is anybody else still visualizing that? Okay. Several years ago, I had an encounter with a creature my family calls the mongrel. It's a white dog with glowing red eyes that runs faster than any animal I've seen in person. It marked me when I ran into it, leaving a single deep scratch down my right shoulder after a chase through the woods. I moved away from the woods, about 15 minutes away. I know, really far away, right? Well, we recently caught glimpses of the creature at the edge of our wood line in the evening, staring at my family. Randomly, we feel like we were being watched with intent. I called my dad and confessed that I had lied about not seeing it that night. I came in from the jog. He sighed and said, "It's okay. I'm glad you don't think I'm crazy." I replied, "You're going to think I'm crazy when I tell you what happened and what's been happening." I told him about the scratch and what I've been experiencing. He said, "I'll come over and talk to you about it. We'll try and scare it away." "How do you intend on doing something like that, Dad?" He fell silent. Anyway, we said our goodbyes, and he said he'd be there within 3 hours. 3 hours go by, and Dad hasn't shown up. I heard a faint voice coming from the woods. It was my dad. He sounded happy, celebrating and screaming. I ran outside to find him, but when I got outside, nature was still. No evening birds, no crickets, no coyotes, no wind. It was dead, silent. I felt the overwhelming need to run. My heart was in my throat when I heard Dad again. "Anthony." I did it. I scared away the mongrel, followed by my dad laughing and hollering. I started to walk toward the woods, and I noticed something about his laugh. It was distorted, like someone playing a recording with a lot of static through a bowl of honey. I froze. My blood ran cold. When out of the woods this thing came, the big white dog with red eyes, burning a hole through me. I saw my dad's truck speed down my driveway. It looked at his truck and took off running into the woods. My dad jumped out, chanting something and waving some kind of incense around. He looked at me with tears in his eyes and said, "I was almost too late. Let's make sure this thing does not come back." We ended up burning sage and sprinkling a mixture of the ashes and strands of my hair along the wood line. I really hope this works to keep this creature away. Oh. All right, I got to see what I missed. Let's see what I missed. Oh my God, you guys are still talking about it. Hair, like the hair to keep it away with the ashes and stuff. Yeah, I'm close to my dad too, but I don't know if my dad would want to kill the mongrel with me. My dad would probably run inside and say, "Fuck you, you're on your own, buddy." Hair can do many things, and like hair has been, it's common in witchcraft and stuff to keep things away and to bring things in. Oh, Tracy, that's shitty, man. I'm so sorry. More of a hairless fan here. God, Alzheimer's is terrible. Actually, I said to my daughters, I had watched like some kind of have you ever? Yes, Cacklina. That's why I believe that he is Tyler. Oh my god, I can't believe you remember that. That's so bad. Yes, Cacklina. It's a. I will share it in a minute. Um, so there's my hair wasn't gray during my encounter. So yeah, I mean I was 17 when I had my encounter though. And I started going gray when I was in my 20s. So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. Um so my Ouija board experience, Kakalina, I believe is what started everything off. Um with no, Dark Waters is not here anymore, Andy. Is Puma Pete. What's up, brother? So growing up, I brought you guys down to my family's farm. What was it, like 2 or 3 years ago? I brought the camera down with me and gave you guys a tour of it. But my cousins were all older than me. I was the youngest in the family. And we would, I always wanted to fit in. And, I was kind of like, we had a farm, but I was kind of like the clean kid, the kind of not, I don't know. I was weird when I was younger. But when I started to fit in with my cousins, I completely changed and, just turned into one of them. Well, I was probably 14, maybe 15. And it was the summer of like 1990, 89, 90, somewhere around there. And we would play with the Ouija board all the time. I don't even remember whose fucking Ouija board it was. I think it was Nick's. And so we would do our chores, like the farm chores, all day long, bust our ass. And at the end of the night, we would sit in the barn and we would play with the Ouija. And it kept spelling OZ, 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 OZ. And being young and dumb and no internet, we didn't know Zozo. Otherwise, we would have put it together. There was no internet at that time. And we were just making a joke like, oh, we're talking to Ozzy. Well, throughout the times of playing with this thing, it told us like we were going to die. It just told us a lot of crazy shit. So one night, me being the smallest, there was a hay chute from the second floor of the barn because that's where all the hay was, and they could boost me into the upstairs of the barn instead of having to go outside and go up the ladder because I was the youngest and smallest. So that's what they did. So we had just got done playing with the Ouija board, and it said we were going to die, and it said we were going to die all the time, actually. So I get up there and I'm standing up there and I'm like looking around trying to get a bale of hay. Now there's no lights up there because it's really dry and it was an older barn. And my uncle didn't want any kind of electrical fire because the whole fucking barn would go up. Well, I remember there was a back door all the way at the end there. And it was kind of light outside. And I heard scurrying upstairs with me, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I remember going, hey, is one of you guys up here with me? And my cousin Mel was like, no one's up there. Throw the bale of hay down, you little cocksucker, is what they used to call me. They were fucking mean to me. So I grab a bale and I throw it down, and I go to turn and look and get another bale. And I saw this like black silhouette of something coming at me from the other side of the barn or hayloft. And I watched it for a second and I'm like, what the hell? So I just jumped like through the hole. And when I landed on the cement, partially in the gutter and partially in the cement. And I hit my hip. Well, when I hit, my cousin's like, what the hell? What, are you okay? And we saw this hand come out from the graveyard or I'm reading the silo or the hole there. And we're all looking up at it. And it was just so quick, but nowhere near where I was. I'm on the ground already. So we run and get my uncle and my dad, and they came and they went upstairs. They had flashlights. My uncle brought his shotgun with him because we thought like a homeless guy was living up there, right? Well, there was no one up there. There was some weird kind of like nest looking thing that was built up there and out of the hay, right? Like huge. So the next couple of days we stopped playing with the Ouija board, and then we picked it up again and started playing. Now we had gone to a church and got holy water, and had it we had it in like a Pepsi bottle. Fucking idiots. And we were playing with the Ouija. Now this is weird. So where we were playing, we'd play in the walkway, and aside of us, there was these birthing pens where the mother sow would have its pigs. And out of like 10 of the litters, 3 had been born dead. All 3 litters born dead out of 10, which is so rare. So my oldest cousin, gets the genius idea to put blood on the Ouija board. And he did. Well, that brought everything to a head. The whole night, the wind picked up. The whole mood changed. We saw this weird kind of face in the plastic. It said we were going to see the hounds of hell, and it said we were all going to die. So, like normal. Well, we're all freaked out. So we go to my cousin's house and we stay the night in his room. He had like this huge room. He had the basement. So he had like 2 couches, a foosball table. So we all slept in there. There was 4 of us, my cousin Mel, my cousin Jay, and our friend Nick and me. And I was the youngest by like 4 years difference in age. And my cousin Mel woke up, and he was the strongest and bravest out of all of us. Like he was awesome. Like he was like kind of like the guy that I looked up to, you know what I mean? And like I fucking loved him and valued him. He was just like my idol. And he woke up like screaming and sweating, and he said, I had this fucking weird dream about these dogs that were chasing me. And I thought he was kidding, but he wasn't. So years go by, and we all kind of just drift apart for no reason. The first one to die was Jay. He got diagnosed with cancer 4 years later when I was 18. From the time he was diagnosed to the day of his death was like 6 months. And then Nick, he is like spiritually dead. He may be dead to, I don't even know. I can't find him anywhere on the internet. He doesn't have Facebook. He's just, his own family doesn't know where he is. Last we knew, he was in California. So he's spiritually dead. Like, just, last I knew, he was a male prostitute, like prostituting himself out to anybody, which was weird because he was not like that growing up. Then my cousin Mel, who was my like fucking older brother, was crushed by a tractor trailer. He was working on a tractor trailer. Something happened to the brake lines. And he was working on it. And I don't know why or how it went down, but it was dumb of him to do. And I don't know why he did it, but it ended up crushing him. And then I was diagnosed with a terminal illness. But mind you, it said we were all going to see the Hounds of Hell. In 1994, I had my Dogman experience. So I kind of put that as maybe that being my sighting of the Hounds of Hell. So that's my Ouija experience. And I have a Ouija board still to this day, but I don't use it. But yeah, they're dangerous. They're very dangerous, and nobody should ever use them, ever. Yeah, they're bad stuff. I don't like you. I don't remember where it came from. I don't know whose fucking Ouija board it was. Horses work, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and hunting. Dude, my life is fucking, I haven't had anything like that happen, but since, you know what I mean? Why do Ouijas have so much power? Because they're associated with the devil and evil. But where my Ouija board is, it's in this glassed off kind of closet area. And I have 2 bottles of holy water sitting by it. And I always have a bottle of holy water. I have when I go out into the woods, I have a bottle of holy water with me too. They're bad news, bad fucking news. They shouldn't. They're marketed as kids' toys. And you know what's weird? Check this out. This is weird. And yes, thank you for bringing that up. They are marketed as kids' toys, right? By Milton Bradley. Well, Milton Bradley is a very huge, like, they have a very large stock market, like, presence and stuff like that. And if you think about it, the demons will use companies like that to have them infiltrate our children, and that's why they are marketed as kids' toys. Gypsies, Sandhoff. I believe they're gypsies long ago. Long ago. Let's see. That's a good question. Who invented the Ouija board? Dark histories. Here we go. After 125 years, the Ouija board's Baltimore origin story has been revealed. Oh shit, here it is. Charles Kennard always had his eye out for a chance to make a buck. But he was not the greatest nor the luckiest businessman. It appears that he wasn't the most honest guy either. The second child of a successful Delaware merchant, Kennard moved to Maryland's Eastern Shore in the late 1800s after developing a secret bone mix recipes for fertilizer. In fairness, everyone in the fertilizer business claimed to be a secret recipe. Following the initial success, his Chestertown plant went to auction due to the combination of drought, competition, and debt. But all was not lost. A Prussian immigrant named E.C. Reich kept an office next to Kennard's on the first floor of the four-story building, old framed hotel in Chestertown's tiny business district. A furniture maker turned coffin maker turned undertaker, not a typical career progression for the day. Reich was also an introverted tinkerer, and Kennard had another plan. Backstory: 2 generations earlier, a pair of girls in upstate New York, named the Fox sisters, claimed to be mediums able to interpret mysterious knocks from the other side, had launched a spiritualist movement that continued to hold sway across the country. In fact, in the aftermath of the Civil War, with so many husbands, fathers, and sons lost in the conflict's bloody battles, spiritualism, the belief the dead can speak to the living, had only gained steam with people desperate for a connection to departed loved ones and greater meaning for their own lives. It's in this context, in 1886, during the period Kennard and Ricci shared the hallway, that a newspaper report began appearing to talk about a talking board phenomenon sweeping across Ohio, including an Associated Press story that ran in the local Kent News. It's also about this time, according to the later Baltimore American story, that Kennard and Reich, most likely inspired by the AP account, began collaborating and making at least a dozen of their own talking boards. Reich, the biggest coffin maker in town, is making these on the side, explained Robert Merck, the world's foremost talking board historian. And it's these prototypes that became the Ouija board. But it's Kennard, when he leaves Chestertown for Baltimore in 1890, where he continues in the fertilizer game and starts a real estate business, who begins pitching what he says is his talking board to potential investors. After numerous rejections, Elijah Bond, a local attorney who claimed his sister-in-law was a strong medium, finally took an interest. Soon enough, the Kennard Novelty Company, which incorporated the day before Halloween on 125 years ago, began manufacturing Ouija boards, much as they appear today. Bond was right about his sister-in-law, too. Helen Peters proved convincing enough with Kennard's new talking board to win over a skeptical U.S. Patent Office. She not only gets credit for earning the stamp of legitimacy from the federal government, certifying the board delivered as promised, but also for receiving the Ouija name from the board itself, which told her the strange word meant good luck. In truth, the name Ouija was written on a necklace locket that Peters was wearing at the time. So yes, an undertaker and an opportunist named Kennard invented the only patented board game billed as both a mystical oracle for communicating with spirits and wholesome amusement ever to outsell Monopoly in a given year. It comes straight from the 19th century seances, says Nick Ricketts, curator of the National Museum of Play in Rochester, New York, noting that the glow-in-the-dark board and classic version are still sold today. There has never been another board game like it, and I don't see it fading away anytime soon. The story of the Ouija board, however, is more than a tale of a snake oil salesman duping a Victorian masses, or subsequently a game of harmless fun at the million junior high sleepovers. While it remains an amazing, enduring pop culture phenomenon tied to the rise of horror movie paranormal industry, its saga is also about the universal desire to find answers to life's biggest questions, the history of psychology, and even the development of neuroscience. So then here. Not surprisingly, perhaps there's a dark side or two buried in the Ouija board's original story. There always is when money is at stake. And by the early 1890s, some 2,000 Ouija boards were already being sold by the week. William Flood, who worked for and invested in Kennard Novelty Company and eventually gained control of the Ouija business after the founder cashed out too early, went on to make millions manufacturing the board in Baltimore and elsewhere. But only after his brother was cut out of the company. There were ensuing lawsuits and no mere spat. William's brother Isaac became so obliterated and embittered that he had his baby daughter exhumed and relocated from the Flood family gravestone during a cemetery renovation. And tragically, William Flood would suffer a fatal accident at his Hartford Avenue factory. One he claimed in 1919 Baltimore Sun that the Ouija board had told him to build, prepare for big business, overseeing yada yada. On his deathbed, the coroner's report said a broken rib piercing his heart. He made his children promise never to sell the Ouija out of the family. Of course, Flood's family did sell, but not for 4 decades, to Parker Brothers, which promptly moved Ouija to its base in Salem, Massachusetts. That's fucking crazy. So, the original Ouija was mass produced the day before Halloween. How fucking nuts is that? That's crazy. I never thought it'd have some crazy history like that, though, right? Dang! What's up, Jordy? How are you? Damn, man. So that's a fucking shady history. Like, you've got a snake oil salesman and a banker investing in this fucking demon board. Parker Brothers. Let's see. How wealthy is the company Parker Brothers? Parker Brothers is owned by Hasbro in 1991. How much did Hasbro buy Parker Brothers for in 1991? Holy shit. $516 million. 6 million. Think about it. 5 plus 1 is 6 plus 6 million. I don't know. I'm always reading into dumb shit like that. Yeah, definitely a deal with the devil. Yeah, kind of. Who owns Hasbro? I think Hasbro. I don't know. Yeah, I can't. I would get rid of the board, but I'm afraid to touch it. Who owns Hasbro? 1 million has 6 zeros in it. RH, yes. So 1 million has 6 zeros. Check it out. 5, 1, 6, and then 6 zeros. 666. Holy shit. Hasbro owns the trademarks to Kenner, Milton Brothers, or Milton Bradley, Parker Brothers, and Wizards of the Coast. Chris Cox. That's a name. Chris Cox owns Hasbro. Absolutely, God is stronger than the devil. That's crazy. Oh, fuck. My pod's gone. That I didn't think about that. Thanks for bringing that up with the million zeros or 6 zeros. That's pretty good. Anybody? No. I'm not afraid to throw it away. I just don't want to touch it because what was in it or what was around it at one time. Yeah, you can't just throw it out. It'll come back. Nicole, I just read the whole, actually, the thing of Ouija boards to you guys. There was no mention of that at all. Like literally the history of the Ouija board I read. So there's I'd like to read that, what you just said, though. Talking board history. Maybe it'll come up different. No. Yeah, maybe put some holy water on it. You know what would freak me out is if I put holy water on it and the fucking holy water started like sizzling and boiling. I would literally piss myself and run out of the house. I'd be like, fuck you all, I'm out. Bye, kids. Yeah, you can't burn the board. No. I heard someone did, though. Like, I heard, like, I think it was a story, like, some guy threw it in, like, a burning barrel. No, my kids are evil. What are you talking about, Gigi? They're fucking mean. Little mongrels. Just kidding. I love those little bitches. It's like the older they get, the meaner they get. They call me Dommy. You know what Dommy means? Dad mommy. Dommy. That's right, Lake Superior. Fuck you all. Back up. Nothing new. Nothing new except for the story about Ron and his dad, George, which I shared like 3 days ago. Jeff, did you ever read the 1996 Christmas Night Ouija experience I sent you? Someone asked if you have. Alligator, no, I didn't get it. Can you resend it? There's sometimes I don't get experiences that get sent to me for some reason. Because I literally go through every experience and I put them in a start if I'm super busy. Please send it back or send it if you can. It's a really crazy, tragic story back up. Prayer is truly amazing. Prayer is so powerful. That's the experience that I'm talking about, Jordy. That's Ron and his dad, George. All right, guys. 2 hours and 35 minutes. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. Great live stream. Yes, thank you, Nicole. I can't wait to read that. We'll talk. I'll read it. I'll read it next week. So thank you very much. I had a blast. Great live stream. Fun night. I can't imagine spending my Saturday night with anyone else except you guys. So thank you for making my Saturday night enjoyable and worth living for. Just kidding. No, I'm not kidding, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a happy Thanksgiving, even though I will be putting uploads out Thanksgiving for you guys. So, and thank you guys for your prayers for my pops. I really appreciate that. And stay well. Don't let your meatloaf, don't let your brown eye fly, and have a blessed and wonderful week.